Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at all this freaking furniture we have this week. It has been a wild couple of days down here at the old auction house. Pretty much all of this furniture came in yesterday and today. And somehow we still had everything set up and got pictures done, and I don't think it's even 3 o'clock yet. So yeah, furniture galore. I'm not gonna do that intro again. And just get going with the preview video for this week's Kansas City Thursday night auction. It's gonna be Thursday, July 24th, 2025. We're located 1801 Guinotte Street in Kansas City, Missouri. We are in the East Bottoms, just east of River Market, kind of by the new soccer stadium and the Rieger and Knuckleheads and all that there. I think the best way to get here is to take 3rd Street east out of City Market, or Independence to Chestnut to the Guinotte Viaduct, if you can are familiar with that area, at least until the city changes the roads up. But GPS tries to take you Front Street, and there's a lot of train activity there. Auction night's door opens at 5, auction starts at 6, and every Wednesday we have a preview from 11 to 1, kind of open house thing. Come down, take a look, hang out, and check things out. All right, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you give us a like and all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll just get going. A lot of furniture, a lot of military. Just start over here. All this guy's stuff. And his Foot Locker. Pretty cool. Go ahead and hop over here. Looking like a World War II haversack, dang, with the pack tail on there and the belt and everything. You don't hardly ever see that. Ammunition bag. Looks like mustard wool trousers. Damn, M43, is that it? This is awesome. World War II, you know, probably period A2 jacket, like civilian, like private purchase. I don't know, maybe it's after that, but looks like a Conmar zipper. More stuff down there. Then over here, just a lot of different military pieces all spread out. Headgear, caps, berets. That's neat. World War I. Kind of simple, but it's neat that it's engraved. Another haversack. Another haversack. Well, let's see, I think there were garrison caps over here. Yeah, just, you know, and more. These are badass. Big old field phones. quite a few of them there. American War Dads. That's a Kansas City thing, actually. We'll start it here. So, yeah, it looks like mainly World War II with the rounded. Then that's post, as I understand it, with the squared. But, you know, and the piping shows like what branch, like that would be Air Corps, or maybe that would, I don't know. I don't remember them all. So yeah, that's fun. Let's see, we'll hop over here. And looks like some railroad stuff. And a weird bird. And we go over here. What do we got? All sorts of stuff. Sorry, the fans are rumbling. I think you should be able to hear me pretty well with this microphone on. Downtown Kansas City, 9th and Grand. Harold Inslee. That's cool. Old like general store photo. Military ammo. So we'll probably do choice out of some of these first. Alright, what do we have in here? Looks like some coins and medallions. Some old military ephemera. Some World War I, World War II stuff, some German stuff, some lighters, and knives. Cool photo of an old tank. Lantern, magic lantern slides. Big jar of wheat pennies. And all these knives. Yup. It is a big auction. It is a big auction. Not a ton of stuff up front, but a decent amount. Like a wax clock, German wax clock. Sword hangers. Another wax piece there. Looks like Pokemon. New dead stock. Postal telegraph clock. Beautiful piece, nice smoke stand. Pyrex, vintage glass. I don't know what's up with that implement seat. All right, let's see. We'll hop back here. These are filled top and bottom. Those boxes. Lots of knives. Oh, I can't make out the unit. Oh, it's World War I though. Era. That clock has been singing all week long. Marine Corps. Statistics books from the 20s. Like life statistics and marriage. World War II occupation photo album. This, I guess, would have been shipped to a toy store and they'd have to put all these freaking things together. I guess. I don't know how that would have worked, but pretty wild. Somebody thought that was neat. Sports record book, 40s-ish. Railroad stuff, Kansas history. What do we miss here? Pershing sheet music frame, Griswold. Dragonfly lamps. Electrified hurricane lamp. Coca-Cola. All right, let's see. We'll go over here. And there's some die cast in the box. Oh, there's a, you know, my camera bag. Chad, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the table in there. There's a little envelope sticking straight up out of the pocket. Okay. And just drop it in that envelope. It's like one of those little envelopes. You know what I'm talking about?
You'll see. You'll see it. Sense when
yeah. You'll see it. Okay. I don't want to put it in my like sweaty ass pocket, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's good.
All right. No Natalie again this week. Natalie's been soft quitting for years now. But she loves it here and we love her. So this is cool. A generator, Yamaha. More lights. There's like a military folding table over there. I think those are always kind of cool. And some other little things. All right, so we'll walk on over here. I think I showed you a lot of the military. There's probably some more though. Then we'll work our way around and we'll start looking at that furniture. Thanks for hanging in this long if you're just here for the furniture. Again, make sure you're subscribed, give us a like, all that good stuff. More train stuff. With boxes. I'll have to come look at it. Preview every Wednesday, 11 to 1. Like I always say, the preview photos and video, you know, it's not eBay. I'm just trying to, you know, get you down, take a look. Feel free to call with questions too. Also, if you're watching this and you want to call on a Thursday, we get here a little later on Thursdays, so people will email and call and email and call. Did you get my bid? Did you get my bid? I have a question. But we get here like, you know, mid-afternoon, so we'll get back with you. Everything's going to work out most of the time. That's some neat train stuff. Snow Village stuff. Whoa, that's cool. That's like a Brad Finch. Except it has too much light and color. And it's somewhat like optimistic. Ah, there we go. Nope. So a lot of this is, you know, like repro stuff, decorator stuff. Not all of it. I think that was here last week. I like it. I'm gonna get it this week if I can, because I like what do you hang in the bathroom at your house? Like what? I don't know. But what better than a picture of a bathroom that makes your bathroom look better? Like Mark's litho play sets. More like Snow Village, Apartment 56 stuff. Maybe car audio. Okay, so we're done with that wall. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit this little jaunt of furniture here. This is so cool. This little, I guess, like bookshelf. Maybe it's a little step ladder. I don't know if it's too dark, if you can see. I got a pretty good photo of it. It's like a boar or something. There, that's better, that side. Yeah, these folks that brought this stuff in, the hardest working consigners ever. You know, that don't normally do this kind of thing. You know, they freaking got after it, man. It was impressive. These are nice, like Italian-made music jewelry boxes with the inlay. Music box jewelry table things. Carved oak stools. This is a really nice piece. Nesters. Folding table. That star. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not a folder, or is it? Yeah, I think maybe it is. This seems like there's a base or something that maybe went with this at one time. Maybe, but maybe not. That's our little stand we've got it on now. It's heavy. Look at that. Those dragons. Like a pagoda. Display case. So, let's see. That's going to bring me... Don't look at that stuff. That's our mess. That's going to bring me over to this here, which is another like super heavy piece. So this is where it's staying. It's right here. A lot of this stuff was shipped from Europe, like on Uncle Sam's dime. You know, the people, they were stationed there. And you know, there was a time when, oh, don't look at me, I'm filthy. There was a time when, you know, you just slap a freaking sticker on something. If you're in the military, you get to send it home. But that, sun's washing it out there. And of course you could take the mirror off and the marble off to move it and all that. But that is a colossal, really neat piece. All right, so we'll go over here and start looking at all this. Another lighted display case, curved glass display case, beautiful like mahogany with 6, and then all the, you know, all the stuff, the leaves and the pads and all the, you know, the Cadillac package that they used to sell you when you got a table like that. I'll just keep going this way, I guess. Some other little like side tables, fern stands, plant stands, occasional tables, whatever you call them there. Another awesome curved. So, I mean, you guys, if you're a furniture buyer, don't miss this one. This oak linen cupboard with original brass hardware, early 1900s, Amsterdam. It was $1,055. Who knows when? And if this was shipped over or bought here, well, that is cool. Truly one of a kind. This piece, this is like a little bar or something. Come on, baby. It could be whatever you want. Okay, we'll just go over here. This hall tree, you know, it's kind of leaning because it's supposed to go against the wall. We've got it against a metal pole right now. Beautiful. Beautiful German made, I believe, piece. Another one. The shelves for this are right here. I was putting them in, and then I just decided to not. So I didn't want to break it, and you're going to take them out anyway. This guy. And then back here, we've got these shelves. Back here, another one of these guys. I hope this stuff does what it should. There's a lot of it, you know. So that scares me a little bit. And also, if you guys are okay, I already showed you that one. You're thinking, oh, I'm not gonna be able to afford any of that stuff. That's not freaking true. Because it's an auction, some things will go crazy high, and some things you can't afford, but there are things you can afford. There, this guy here is kind of like that other one, German made, sketch. But anyway, they're like, we got to get the stuff out of the house. They live in another state, and is what it is. A lot of people worry about, you know, squeezing every freaking penny out of their stuff, you know, while the value or condition of their house deteriorates. I mean, a house is where your real money is, right? Or am I babbling? Have I reached that point yet? I feel like I'm pretty close. Another beautiful, look at that. So nice. I wish I was like Jason Brodsky at Kansas City Auction Company. It could be like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so style, and that guy's freaking wealth of information on furniture and all sorts of stuff. All right. And so we're kind of moving on to some other furniture stuff. This is neat, like modern stuff. I was wrestling trying to get those shelves in there, and maybe the guy that consigned it can get them in there, but I had to move on after about 20 minutes. But they're there. That's like a fireplace screen, cool modern glass fireplace screen. I believe this twin bed was here last week, and these trunks and these lamps and those cabinets and stuff, so we're going to give them another chance to spread their wings. Like a pool heater cover. Okay, I'll go over and we'll just hit this stuff here. Let me close this door. It's going to wash it out. There we go. So a lot of this stuff is like new merchandise, you know, not all of it. But it's like, you know, Amazon buys and returns, you know, or I'm not sure how all that happens, but I mean, I think I got an air fryer out of this guy's stuff, you know, months and months ago. I never used it. Oh, what's this? What camera or what phone goes in here? Until like the other day. Freaking air fryers are amazing. I wonder if there's one here. It might be on the other side. Who knows? Let's take a look. Terrifying. You know, this stuff, you need to come and look at it. Preview every Wednesday, 11 to 1. Auction night, doors open at 5. Auction starts at 6. Preview every Wednesday, 11 to 1. You can come in, take a look around. This stuff is all clumbled up in here. I don't like it, but we'll get it figured out. Bookshelf, nice oak desk with chair. You know, we're gonna have a hard time selling this. Hopefully, there's at least 2 of you that really want it really badly. Again, it's super nice, high quality, beautiful piece. But like I always tell people, you know, some things are gonna that you bring in are gonna crush your heart how little they sell for, and other things you're gonna be blown away by. It depends on what your goal is. Got to keep your eye on the prize. Don't forget what your goal is when you're going through personal property or state liquidation. That's how I feel. People wonder, you know, what should I do to make the most money? Well, if it's too dark, there you go. You know, you sell it yourself is what you do. You get yourself a booth, and you start lugging that stuff in there. You go on Facebook Marketplace, you put stuff on eBay, or have yourself a whatnot auction, or, you know, a bunch of different ways. But how much is your time worth? You know? I've said it before, you know, my time on a weekend, hanging out with my kids or family, whatever, I don't know, $500 an hour, you know. This is so cool. Okay, so this works too. Let's see. So I'm not going to take them off now, but I was like, well, how do these speakers hook up? And I thought, well, I'll just put them on there on those hinges. That's how they hook up. They hook up on those hinges. That's how they get power. I thought it was cool. It's not lighting up though, but I mean, that's a bulb. So this box just has a bunch of, you know, miscellaneous ephemera and stuff, but check this out. Radio Lab Incorporated, 1612 grand. I mean, this should be, you know, a mid-century collector's like dream catalog, because you can't have all this stuff, but you can have a catalog. Look at that. But I just put it in there with that stuff. Some Jordans. Come on, big money on those. Big money. Some nice quality, super clean new cookware with hooks and a rack. This cart is in. We don't need another one. It seems like the more carts you have down here, the more that you just pile, or stuff just gets piled on there, like boxes or tubs or just dumb shit like that. Oh, sorry. Field tent, that's like a poem art piece. These are separate, so that'll be by itself, and then these drawers. But Lee's Lieutenant, Denon tuner amp, Magnavox turntable, boxes of records. You're just gonna have to come through and check them out. We might arrange them a little different for you, make it easier on you. Like I said, it has been a wild ride the past couple of days. HEPA filter, miscellaneous box. These were the Annals of America. We had a funny joke. I think you could probably figure it out. This is the Americana set. This is the Cyclopedia of Surgery and Specialties set. Miscellaneous books, funny stickers, and neat like Watkins toolbox. The cover is back there. These are killer. Umbrella. Looks kind of vintagey umbrella. And there's a tube box. It's empty. 3 empty hat boxes, Emery Bird Thayer, Stixbury and Fuller, and Knox. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here and look at all that furniture. I mean, we used to get have that much furniture, but furniture's just, it's hard, you know. These folks brought it all down here, which is a real game changer, you know. If we have to go pick up a whole bunch of furniture, it really makes it hard to have it make sense, you know. This is super nice stuff. From what I understand, that house is just like next level. I saw pictures. All right, but they did not even convey the amount of stuff. So we're gonna sell a lot of it for weeks to come. Glass, crystal, china, art pottery. Oh, that's too bad. Still. Whew. And there's going to be more military stuff back here. You know, little bits here and there. Great old photos. Man, it sucks. Photos have fallen off. We used to get crazy money for these boxes of old photos, but it's taking a turn. It'll be back. It'll be back. So yeah, so after we do this table here, we're jumping back there and getting going on that furniture. And we'll sell that other row while we're over there. If it's your first time, you don't know what I'm even talking about, but you will. if you keep coming to the auction. All sorts of new people every week come down here. It's really cool. Oh, there's some shit over here. Sorry, I did it again. Some stuff over here. I didn't show you. Nothing really crazy. These little toy boxes are where you're gonna find some stuff. Like, what's that? Just some like bootleg. Vaughn put those out. Phones. I haven't had our toy guy in helping us for a minute. This was neat. A lot of these are faded somehow, but they were super old. Old car pictures in there too. I think he got some of this separated out before when we saw him last. $1905. I mean, I love it. That's the kind of stuff I like. Just little things like that, like, wow, that's 120 years old. And it's just sitting down here. Somehow it made it, you know? So these, I didn't look these up. Okay. This was like, this could be something. And there's some yearbooks in there. There's like a Northeast one and then some other ones. That's going to be all over the place by the end of the night. Here we go. Here's some comics. These are mainly, they're Marvel and DC, and they're like 20, 25, 30 cents, pretty much. And then I think these are just other ones. Again, you're going to have to come down and look at them. I can't go through them all here. These were audio linear, Time Life art. Again, another thing we used to get crazy money for, but now it's hard. Bunch of ebony magazines, and there's more stuff. There's like Speedy Huggins flyers in there. Look at that, the Mad Hungarian himself right there, signed picture. Pillow covers, I think that was Harry Potter stuff in there. Remote control skateboard dude, more records. Whoo, look at them. Come down, check them out, guys. A lot of records this week. Yeah, I need to get those straightened out back there. There's just like, some of them were on one pallet, some of them were on another, some of them were at the top, the bottom, so you're unpacking stuff and moving stuff around, and I'm like, oh, here's some more, but yeah. I'm officially rambling, so welcome to the show. Oh. I think a lot of this stuff, the stuff that was in the house, like in those cupboard or cabinets and all that. Wall. I mean, these folks, they traveled the world, and obviously, like, money was not an issue when they would travel, or if they wanted something. I don't get the impression they were worried about how much it cost. All right, I'm gonna hit this little line of stuff. So I mean, I showed you the wall, and that could be something. I think some of this was in boxes here last week, maybe. A lot of silhouettes. And then, so there's more like little furniture pieces over here. Wicker and rattan stuff. And then we went ahead and brought that Santa out. There's a bunch of Christmas stuff too that we'll hold on to just as long as we can. Hopefully make it a couple months. That's freaking nuts. Somebody spent forever making that. Huh. Jim Davis is who did that, if you want to look it up. Okay, showed you that. I'm going to jump onto here. Milk glass. I think they were stationed in Korea for a while, Germany for a long time, and traveled extensively. That's a bunch of vintage doll clothes. It's actually in a drawer of one of those cabinets. And so again, you know, this is the kind of stuff where, like, you know, I don't know about porcelain figures, and that's a lot where we rely on our awesome freaking bidders, how savvy they are. Hopefully we get like 4 or 5 of you here. Okay, let's see, moving on down here. Some toys, an ashtray collection, more train stuff. A lot of freaking train stuff too. Rancor. I think that's 2 different lots of stuff there. Again, like, you know, some of these single toys can be real bangers. All these Playboy ashtrays, that's pretty cool. Those might end up just going up front, but it also might help sell that box, so. Or who knows? As I mentioned, I'm pretty much out of freaking gas. But this is about it, I think, except for some, maybe I forgot some stuff. I'll take a look here. But hopefully we see you all on Wednesday for preview, or Thursday at the auction. And if you haven't been before, don't worry about it. Don't be intimidated by the whole auction process. Those are nice. Probably need a little work, but I mean it's easy. And you get some deals. And you learn a lot about what stuff you already have or you used to have or things that you see when you go out to antique malls or thrift stores or garage sales or your freaking grandma's house or whatever. You learn a lot. So yeah, I guess looks like I got everything. All right, you guys, well, thanks for watching, and give us a like, all that, and we'll see you soon. Bye.